coming. There's a blitz coming. There's a blitz coming. There's a blitz coming.
Working from the gun. Rodgers.
Good pass. Good pass, AR.
They worked this well upfield across the 45. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A dump underneath to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The first carry now for the BYU man.
I knew he was going to do that. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I swear to God, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it.
He's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench.
Wow.
That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the...
Anybody in that league that they wanted to join? Yeah. I tried to call time out.
Second down, here's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over.
Oh, this nigga smacked me into the first down. Oh, my God. This nigga hit sticked him into the fucking first down. Oh, man. On 4th and 2, he smacks this nigga at Matt. Oh, man. He smacks this nigga. Matt owe me. Matt owe me. They gonna give me one. Matt owe me. Damn. He put start and he must have thought he didn't get it.
First down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Oh, we looked at that nigga too. Should have coughed it up to keep it a game.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Nifty footwork at the 45. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin.
Should keep pressing start? What the fuck is he doing? Give a nigga 5 is too many. It should be 3. Wasting my time. You gotta pause the game 5 times, and you shouldn't have been playing anyway.
In quarter number 2.
What's what I want? You trying to send me a message? I think it said let's start over. Why would we start over? It's 0-0 right now.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. A toss out to Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Yeah.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down.
Give me that, nigga.
Use the note. One that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. On that incompletion, since we're hitting the home stretch of the regular season here, wanted to talk about some of the sack leaders on the defensive side of the football. Not too many surprises, really, if you look at the top 7 or so. Aaron Donald, he's #1 right now, 16.5 sacks. That just tells you the greatness of Aaron Donald, that it's not a surprise to us that he leads in sacks. Yet he's mainly a defensive tackle. Usually those guys are not on the top of the leaderboard. It's usually defensive ends and outside linebackers. Some of the other names in there, of course, Von Miller. He's 2nd, and Chandler Jones right behind him. J.J. Watt, Jason Pierre.
Oh, he overthrew it. Hey, y'all, you've been doing that all year. Just overthrowing shit.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, that certainly looked like something they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up. Back on their heels. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
That was fucking 7. Damn.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Somebody gotta be ready.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, this nigga dropped it.
Wow. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Out of bounds, out the one. Woo! Perfect fucking punt.
Before the Giants get the football back, I want to discuss the game you had with them last week against Chicago. They won that game 30-27 in pretty dramatic fashion.
To put it mildly, because they struggled for a lot of the game.
When
they needed big plays, they got them from some of their veterans and a rookie. Alec Ogletree, their veteran linebacker, 2 picks in the ball game. One of them a pick 6 to get things started for the Giants. How about Odell Beckham Jr.? Not just catching the ball, on a reverse pass, throws his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. That one to Russell Shepard, his LSU teammate. And last but not least, Saquon Barkley. Boy, was he special in that game.
By the way, mathematically, the Giants at 4-8 still have a chance to win the NFC East.
Well, you remember Odell Beckham Jr. said they're going to run the table. They lost that against Philadelphia last week, but they still believe they can get to 8-8.
If the Giants get in at 8-8, I'm done.
In his own end zone, it's Manning. That's caught by his tight end.
That's a fumble.
And a loose football. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
What's the lead? Maybe after the lead, whatever.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Get it. To the crib. Pick 6.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Ooh, that was a beautiful play. Oh, my God.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone flunk it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Bow.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning rolling to his left. You know what? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep.
Got him. This nigga Adams.
Caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
I don't know who would be playing without him, man.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this
and nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point.
Everybody scored. The whole team just scored.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Looking at doing look, bro.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. What a spin.
Oh, this nigga, you'll go that nigga to
28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Why does he keep throwing it like that?
An open man, it's Valdez Scantling. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
You gotta tap it? What the fuck?
So they have the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Space to run past the 20. Caught left side by Cobb. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Fucking dart.
Jimmy Graham, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now Saquon Barkley, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, it's Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Throwing now is Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Manning, gotta have this one.
Give me that shit,
and his
nigga.
pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
He's out of here. Oh, he's out of here.
He's out of there?
He's out of here.
Nah, I just bought like a
What was that score?
HD camera, 1080p
2017?
camera for a birthday. Spent like $3 on that. And she got this tripod stick and all that shit to go on to put it on shit. Now she need the computer so she can edit the videos and shit. She like she gonna bring some money in, so I'm gonna give her a shot. It
There
won't
you
be
go.
saying
That's
you
what's
ain't.
up. That's what's up, bro. I wish